You're watching PTV.
This is Mr. Frosty. Freeze the mixture, drop the cubes into Mr. Frosty's head, turn the handle, and out comes super cold, crunchy snow. Squeeze Mr. Penguin for delicious flavored ice mountains. Make your own super fruity icy treats for your family and your friends. Mr. Frosty comes with everything you need to make your own exciting ice mountains, icebergs, and icy poles. Mr. Frosty, he's cool.
From the San Francisco Bay Area, it's time for PTV Live. And now, here are the stars of PTV Live: Arnie, Doug, Ben, and Sherry.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to PTV Live. I'm Arnie.
I'm Doug.
And I'm Ben, and Sherry should be joining shortly. She's finishing dinner.
Oh my goodness. Okay, well, she does
What is she eating?
Yeah, what is she eating?
Why is she eating so early?
Well, we opted to do a later lunch, early-ish dinner because of it being a holiday, and they didn't want to be in the kitchen until like late into the evening. So I don't know. I just went with the flow today because it was easier to do than to pitch a pitch.
I see a question.
Pitch a fight.
Oh.
I already have a question here from Christy saying, can you do an episode on the different flavors of Pocky? That would make Megan, our niece, very happy. She loves
We
Pocky.
would have to go to Cost Plus World Market, right?
Yes.
Don't they have
a
the
lot of
little
flavors there.
We'll put that on the list. I'm not against it.
I'm not against it either.
I have to think about it.
It's good to see everyone here. Now, this is something we don't usually do, but everyone, if you see us, come on in, hit that thumb, give us some likes.
We got one thumbs down.
Someone give us a thumbs down.
We don't like thumbs down.
Yeah.
But these are the ones we use.
Yeah, but give us a thumbs up. Give us a like on that.
I love that. Not everybody loves us.
Believe it or not, it really does help with the algorithms. You know, the more likes you get on a video, especially when you're live, the more attention you get. So likes really do help us. So thank you.
Google's evil to the core.
But we work with it.
Yeah, that's all we have.
It's what we have. So we work with it. Everyone, thank you so much for joining us on this wonderful Memorial Day. Doug said, I don't know that we're going to have a big audience. It's a holiday. So
We don't know.
We didn't know how many people would show up.
I don't know.
But yeah, we are so glad that you did. With Sherry not here, I mean, we can get started.
We can make a drink, you know?
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Jeannie.
Well, yeah.
we can.
This is the only
I want to go get some ice for a mug anyway, so let me go. I'll do that. You guys pour a drink, and I'll go get the ice. I'll get Sherry down here, and we'll get started.
Right, I'll start with Chatty. So let's go ahead and do that. There is Chatty. Chatty's hanging out while Doug was letting his ribs rest yesterday.
Yeah, they were very stressed out, very smoky.
You can tell that it's butcher paper that he has his ribs wrapped in, but we will talk about that a little later in the show. It's all part of the Memorial Day picnic festivities that we had around here, and it's definitely Chatty. So yeah, it's nice. But Ben, why don't you go ahead and go get that ice, and your mug, get Sherry. We'll go ahead and start with a cocktail. Okay. All right, here we are. We're doing a fall fashioned tonight because it's halfway to Thanksgiving.
6 months from today is Thanksgiving Eve.
Cannot believe it. I mean,
our house will be way so decorated by then for Christmas.
Oh my goodness, yes. Remember, the countdown to Christmas here at PTV starts on September 1st.
60 days.
So is it 60 days? No, 90 days. It'll start in 90 days, about 90 days, because you got to go all through June, July, and August.
Well, we're going to start decorating in the fall.
And then you get to September 1st.
Yeah, we're going to start decorating in the fall in 6 days.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and do a fall fashion. But before we get to that, I want to show just one thing here. We have interesting, see the recipe there? That's the whiskey, applejack, and maple syrup. But, you know, it's actually in front of an old-fashioned. Let me turn that off for just a second. That's an old fashioned. It's part of not an old fashioned, a Manhattan. It's part of the Manhattan Project, which is going to be on the Let's Celebrate TV YouTube channel this Sunday, June 1st, 3:30 Eastern Time and 12:30 Pacific. You're not going to want to miss this. It's going to be an hour and a half, 2 hours of Manhattan fun. It's going to be a blast, I am sure.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they're gonna get
Paul and
very
yeah.
inebriated.
Paul and Kelly of the Velveteen Lounge will be visiting Let's Celebrate TV. So they're going to be part of that show. And that's this Sunday. But we're going to go ahead and get started with our fall fashioned. Now I'm going to take a glass and I'm going to put ice into this glass. And then we're going to start putting in our ingredients. This is not a shake and drink. This one is stirred. So we're going to start with Maker's Mark whiskey. This is the only whiskey we've ever had on our bar. I'm not really a whiskey person, but
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's generic.
May I open this up?
It's mid shelf.
But I like to have at least whiskey on the bar for mixing drinks like this. Now it's supposed
You're gonna kill it.
Yeah, you know what? It's an ounce and a half, and there's barely anything in it.
Want to pour it all in there?
I'll just put it all in.
We're out.
We are out of whiskey.
Did you have enough?
Yeah, skosh over, just a skosh.
Yeah, before we do that, there's a little bit. This whiskey bottle has a wax thing on it, and I just got a couple little pieces of wax here. So let me get that out.
Oh, it looks like a fingernail I had in my fettuccine at Olive Garden circa 1993.
Shut
Yes,
Shut
in 1993, I went to the Olive Garden and I had a woman's Lee press-on nail fingernail in my fettuccine.
Oh,
It was really
that
nasty.
is disgusting.
Yep,
That's
traumatized me for
disgusting.
life. I haven't been to the
And
Olive
of all
Garden
people.
since.
Okay, so
And of all people, right?
I know. Obviously, when they had him come over, I said, "See, I don't do my nails," and there was just a big ass fingernail. It was really gross.
All right, we now have an ounce
That's
and a
really
half.
disgusting.
We have an ounce and a half of whiskey in the glass. This is Applejack, and
I thought I told you that story.
It's from Laird and Company. They're in what is it, Scoobyville, New Jersey.
Yeah.
So it's a Jersey thing.
Scoobyville, New Jersey, huh?
Yeah, I think so. Okay. I'm going to put in 3/4 of an ounce of Applejack in this.
Yeah, it's probably the most disgusting thing I've ever known that I had found in my food.
That's pretty gross.
I mean, hair. That's okay. I mean, it's gross, but I've had
No,
hair.
it's not.
Hair's
it's
gross.
not
Our friends from Canada. This is from pure maple syrup from Canada. This also goes into the drink, and I'm going to use a plunger to make sure I get every last drop of that.
Oh,
wonderful syrup.
Canada. Okay.
Yeah, so yeah. It's great to have that, Maple syrup is definitely a taste of Canada, so I like that. All right. Then you finish off this drink with a couple of dashes of black walnut bitters. Now, do you want me to put in 2 or 3 or 4?
Let's do 3.
Okay, I'll put in 3. So
1, 2,
3. There we go. 3 dashes of bitters. Then I'm going to go ahead and just use my little bar spoon and stir it up. I'm going to strain it into a couple of small glasses that I have here. I need to practice how to stir with this spoon because there's a special technique to do it.
You do it where you like fling your finger.
Yeah.
Oh, just watch it on the YouTube. There's instructions for everything.
So I'm going to go ahead and strain this into these little glasses that I have. I'll start with you, Doug.
I'm so special. I need to have my name engraved on all my glasses.
Okay.
Are those Mickey Mouse glasses?
They are. They're from Disneyland.
There are Disneylandia glasses.
All right. There you go, Doug.
It
And-
does look like apple juice.
Aha. So we have. Yeah, it does look like apple juice.
It
Doesn't
looks
it?
more like apple juice than pea.
But it's a fall fashioned. It's a riff of an old fashioned cocktail. So
That is really good.
it's very well balanced.
Yeah, it's not.
You get the
really-
sweetness of the maple syrup,
It's very dainty.
and you catch the hints of apple from the apple brandy, the applejack. That's good stuff. Oh, and that's the warming. The warming sensation you feel is always the whiskey. That's just the way it
It's called
is.
alcohol.
Smooth liquor. Okay, everyone. Oh, Benji. Benji dropped a video today. He went to a pass holder event for SeaWorld over the weekend. I guess it was on Friday. Got his video out fast. But I watched it. Good stuff. Okay, everyone. We have a cocktail in hand. I'm ready for a movie review. How about you?
Why not?
Ben, Sherry, you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do the Hallmark Channel movie review. Love on the Danube Royal Getaway. A jilted art gallery manager takes her honeymoon
Excuse
cruise
me.
solo and meets a charming prince posing as a European gentleman who shares her passion for art. This one stars Jessica Sipos and Dan Junot.
Hi.
Now, or Janot, I'm not sure
I
how
thought
to
it
pronounce
was
it.
like not Gelato or Geneto.
Janot.
I don't know. It's just really good.
It's French.
Yeah.
It's a French, but he speaks with a great English accent. He's a very
Good Hallmark actor.
At one point, he slips in an American accent as well, so it's pretty funny. This movie is your typical royal film where the royal does not tell the love interest, who they are, where they come from, and of course, there's always that misunderstanding when the real news gets out. Ben, your thoughts on this film?
It was a good watch. I based on all the royal films that Hallmark has put out over the years. First of all, they're running out of small countries in Europe that no one's ever heard about.
They make them up.
And everyone speaks with a British accent from those countries. But it was actually better than your average royal film.
Yeah,
At least from the early days. We've hit a really good string of royal films that Hallmark has put out over the past couple of years. So keep it up, Hallmark. That's a good thing.
Yeah, this one actually this film had some very good vibes. This is the second of a trilogy of films called Love on the Danube. They're all based on the same cruise ship, but I think it's Emerald Cruises.
Yeah, it's the same ship, the same cruise director, the same captain, the same Busy Betty is on
It's
it.
kind of like their take of the Love Boat.
Yeah.
Yeah, so same Busy Betty is on it. I mean, there was a few little like things that I was picking up. Dan's or I think his name is Joe and the character.
Yeah.
His beard at the beginning was so glued on you could see the edge of the glue. It was really gross.
Yeah.
So the annoying beard that he had at the beginning.
Fortunately, they got rid of that quickly.
Yeah, and they finally put her in shoes she can walk in because she was walking in these boots that on the cobblestones. She was gonna ready to kill herself. I don't know why they put her in those boot shoes. I was waiting for her to break an ankle. Other than that, the king wasn't being a butthead. The queen was fine. So finally, there was a queen and king.
Yeah, you see,
not one of them's dead.
The reason why Joe, or the love interest Dan, the guy that played Dan, who was the European gentleman, the reason why he was on the ship was to find himself, to actually find the answer to the question: is he going to ascend to the throne, or is he going to give that obligation to his brother?
Yeah, and he had to go find himself. And I thought, a cruise, a 2-week cruise, traipsing up and down through Europe
and on
might
this
work.
cruise, what was the character's name? The woman, Jessica's.
I don't remember what girl is. It's just Joe or Dan and girl. It's just
I don't remember her name, but the thing is that she is an art dealer in Chicago, and was very interested in seeing a lot of the art fixtures, the art installations, and artists along the Danube where their cruise went. Uh, I liked the take on it. I liked the fact that she was big on art and that he shared that same love of art.
he's like, you know that artist, and she's like, yes, I do. I like all this, and he had to hold back and says, yeah, my family owns all of it. So I just thought, as an artist and someone who's done art history and loves going to museums and can see and look at art, I love that aspect of it. I like the movie a lot. Let me guess, Sherry hasn't seen it yet.
No, I haven't.
Which is probably a good thing that she was out of here for the discussion.
Yeah, so
yeah. Well,
Yeah, I have to watch it.
Sherry, yeah, you'll definitely want to watch this. And if you've not watched the one from the week before,
you really kind of need to.
you want to, so that you can get an idea of where the characters are coming from that are
Okay.
constant to the movies. This third one stars Brendan Penny, and I forget the female lead, but I was doing some of the artwork, getting the show ready for next week, and I saw that. So
I like Brandon.
I like Brendan Penny too.
Yeah.
They were doing a like.
Can we get some more
Hey,
sunshine,
Oh,
Jimbo.
Hello, Jim. Jim shows tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific.
Is he's going?
Oh, he is. He has a thumbnail for me.
I didn't know he had
where
graduation.
he's going to probably talk about the script's spelling bee. And pay attention to his thumbnail in the promo. And we'll critique it after the commercial break. But we'll be taking that commercial. We'll take that commercial break in just a second. But Sherry, if you once you've seen the other films, just let me know, and then make sure that we watch the third one in this series. All 3 films are currently streaming already on Hallmark Plus. So the third one premieres on broadcast television this Saturday night on Hallmark Channel at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. or is it 5 p.m.?
No, 8 p.m.
8
Eastern.
p.m. Okay. Yeah. They sometimes change the time, but yeah, okay. All right.
Yeah, we loved it.
Doug, what score did you give it?
8 crowns, just like class.
Out of 10 gold crowns, Doug gave it an 8. I also gave it an 8. Ben?
I gave it 8. It was a very enjoyable film.
This is one that if it were to come on in the schedule and I needed something to watch, I would come back and I would watch this one.
If this was stuck on the channel and we needed to have it on noise, I would listen to it.
Yeah, I would definitely watch this one.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Donna says, Jim, that thumbnail is gold. Yes, everyone, you take a look at the thumbnail that Jim did for his episode this week. We're going to take a quick break here, and we'll be right back. You're watching PTV Live.
From the heart of Orlando to wherever life takes you, 407 Original Brand Apparel is more than just a casual line of clothing. It's the spirit of Orlando stitched into every thread. Tees, hoodies, and gear built for every adventure, every day. Gear up and carry the 407 wherever you go. Only at theorlandoguy.com.
You're watching PTV.
you can take a bite of it. Okay.
I'll tell you that commercial. Doug found that commercial. I thought, okay, we definitely have to show that one.
I was trying.
Oh.
Look what I just did.
He just knocked down one of
I
his
dropped
thumbs.
my hand.
He's all thumbs today.
Yeah, I'm all thumbs.
Okay, everyone. Doug's nightmare. Definitely.
Oh, I know. I saw that. I'm like, I had to have it. And then when I was doing the thumbnail, I wanted a picnic with ants. It's hard to find art. We need sponsorships so we can start buying high-end art. It's a lot.
Look, Ben, our cousin's here. Hello, Courtney. It's always nice to have Courtney with us. Okay, everyone. Jell-O. Indeed, it is a taste of Jell-O.
It's halfway to Friendsgiving or Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving Eve. Eve is 6 months from today.
Exactly. But we are, yeah, that's right. Good evening, Jim. I can't type misspelled words. Yes, Michelle. I love Jim's thumbnail. It's just hysterical.
I guess I wasn't here.
I'll show it to you. You'll see it. Anyway, everyone, it is Jell-O time. You know, we've been doing a taste of Jell-O all year long, and being that it was halfway to Thanksgiving, we thought it would just be fair to do a pumpkin style pie. Now,
this is definitely a science experiment.
That is not just a piece of art. It's actually the package. It's pumpkin style pie. See, Doug's got it there. Okay. Let's show you a demo. So we started with our nation's pie. There it is again. Okay, they've got the idea. Okay, pumpkin. It's not pumpkin pie. It's pumpkin style pie.
Yeah.
Now, I'm guessing that it's the pumpkin flavor kind of stuff that they have in Jell-O pudding mixers or whatever. But you start by emptying packet number 1 from the box. You mix it with some sugar and butter, and you create your typical graham cracker crust. I don't even know if it's graham cracker. I guess it is.
I thought it was.
I mean, it's a no-bake Jell-O recipe.
It was on the clearance aisle after Christmas.
Yeah, Sherry picked these up. Ben, where did she pick these up?
I have no idea. I didn't know Sherry did.
Yeah, she picked them up at a Safeway in the clearance aisle, or they were clearance.
It may have been Safeway. It may have been another store. I don't remember which store it was that she got them, but it was on the clearance aisle after Thanksgiving or Christmas. She saw them and said, "Oh, we need these because we were celebrating the year of Jell-O." This was the perfect opportunity to do it.
I haven't made any whipping cream with it.
Yes, Donna. Pumpkin style Jell-O pie.
It's a style. I got to make that very clear.
So Doug formed it using his hands mostly, and then he took a glass and firmed up the bottom of it just to make sure that you got the right thickness on the bottom.
It was like playing with wet sand.
So there he takes the glass.
I did mine in a square pan.
Oh, you did the square thing? We just did ours in a...
I was wondering why it came back as a square shape.
Yeah, they've got whipped cream on theirs. And then at the...
Yeah, we're not that fancy.
It said to take a mixer and mix packet number 2 with 2.5 cups of milk, but with a mixer for a minute. And Doug said, why am I going to pull out a mixer when I can just use a whisk?
I whisked mine too.
So he pulled out a whisk, and it was like... I asked him because as he was doing it, it was like liquid, just very loose.
And it changed color.
But it changed color very quickly and then started to get thick.
Yeah.
Okay,
so
it took a while to get thick.
Just the description.
Ours is fine. Nice. Ours got congealed. I mean,
see, ours... I put mine in when it was thicker than that.
I did it for what it was recommended.
Yeah, so it was a minute that he whisked it, and then we put it in the fridge, and we ended up with what we have in front of us.
Yes.
Now, Ben, Sherry, you have whipped cream on yours?
Yeah, we're not that fancy.
Yes.
We don't have whipped cream. We just have the pie itself. So we're going to try this out.
Here we go.
Remember, it's pumpkin style pie. It's not pumpkin pie. but it's very odd because it has.
I taste more of the than I do pumpkin.
More of the.
I don't taste pumpkin.
I don't taste pumpkin. What
Well,
do you what do you taste?
I taste the pumpkin spices.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know that there's any pumpkin in this at all, Jim. I don't know. It just
It's very flat.
it's flat. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
very one note.
Ben, show yours and see what it looks like because Let's Celebrate is saying that it looks like yours is a lighter color than ours.
Well, it's probably their lighting.
Yeah, it may just
Yeah, it might be the light.
I mean, it's not horrible. The texture's perfect.
Oh, there's Richard the Orlando.
There's no.
Probably tasted like crappy Mexican candy flavored tamarind. You know what?
There's no smell. It's the texture is actually amazing. So
It's got a nice it's got a nice texture.
But
the crust is good.
Yeah, the crust is.
I taste more. I taste more of the pumpkin spices than anything else.
Yeah, and it has almost a consistency of.
Hollow does jiggle, but
it has almost a consistency of a blend of pudding and cream cheese. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not firm, but it's not loose. Do we, Sherry?
You just described a sick cat.
Yeah, you did. Now you know how the world turns as the cat's licking it.
Okay, now my question about this: would you buy this again?
No.
Okay, that's unanimous. We would not have this.
Because I look at it, I think I want a luscious, creamy, eggy custard pumpkin pie. It gives me all the vibes, but it doesn't taste anything like that.
Yeah,
it just tastes like chilled pumpkin spice.
That's
the texture's there. It's very flat. It's very boring. It's very hospital food. I mean, it was.
But that's Jell-O.
It's Jell-O.
So yeah,
it wasn't bad. I mean, thank God it was 50% off.
But I am with Jeannie. I would much rather have homemade pumpkin pie.
Yeah.
That didn't do it.
We may need to.
Or a pumpkin cheesecake.
Yeah, this is giving me that too.
Yeah, pumpkin cheesecake sounds good. Yeah,
Yeah, it's just
definitely
it's just very boring.
Let's do a quick Hallmark ornament spotlight.
What are you doing?
You're laughing over there. What's going on?
What happened?
She couldn't pick up the piece of pie. She's a little challenged with her fork tonight.
Okay, so the ornament premiere for Hallmark ornaments this year, they start releasing them Saturday, July 12th. If you are an ornament keepsake ornament club member, you get to start on the Friday before the premiere. That's when we're gonna get our ornaments. This week's feature is stocking stuffers. Sherry, Ben, this one is on your list, or Ben? I know it's on yours. Sherry, how about you?
Oh yeah,
mine too. Yeah, mine too.
It's a must buy.
As to this is a must buy, and the reason why it's a must buy is because this is the 5th in the series, and we already started the series back in 2021.
But it's giving me vintage ornament vibes.
Yes,
because the figurines.
Yeah.
I have the figurines that I have around my bottle brush tree.
Let me make this picture just a little bigger so you can really see it.
It's giving me, that's a lot looks like those vintage ornaments I already have.
Yeah, you know what? That's really nice.
That's a hurry up and run by.
Yeah, that's going to be one that we definitely want to have.
The 11th? Okay. We need to go fetch them on the 11th.
On July 11th, yeah.
Oh, guess what? I'll be in person.
Yeah, you will.
Oh.
Yes,
I will be.
Definitely
I'll be able to help him out and procure these.
Yeah. Long story.
Most of mine will be sent back to the shelves.
Yeah. Now, Christy, I hope that your store will get enough of these. I like this one. It's definitely a good vintage. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Definitely has those
definitely.
vintage vibes. And all three of those little ornaments are in a stocking. I mean,
I'll put those on my
this one's cute.
altar that I make in my tree.
Yeah.
I sit by.
All right. So we're gonna go ahead and let's talk about what happened over the weekend. All right. So, you know what? Let's go ahead and take those off for now. Memorial Day picnic. We'll start with that. Ben and Sherry came over to our house. So did Tom, Sherry's husband. And the five of us celebrated the Memorial Day weekend with an indoor picnic, I'd say.
And when I say it was super quiet, no TV on, no radio on, no streaming, nothing. And we didn't really talk. It was so quiet.
Yeah.
It was quiet.
Well, we couldn't talk over the rumbles of all the motorcycles on the block
Oh,
over.
yeah, the Glossners. Yeah, there's a whole different story. We'll get to that later.
For those of you that have watched The Middle, a sitcom from ABC television, the Gloucesters were
The neighborhood hooligans.
the scourge of the neighborhood.
Yes.
Oh my
They
gosh.
were the yeah, those are, you always have those neighbors. They're kind of behind us.
Yeah, we have those neighbors, but there's a street behind us, and apparently no one on the street likes these neighbors. At least I talked with the neighbor directly behind us. She filled me in on some of the
I got the
details.
411 on this neighbor, and
So
oh, they're just definitely model citizens.
yeah, during our lunch and while Ben, Sherry, and Tom were napping, the motorcycles were rumbling. So
I didn't nap.
Oh, I thought you
I
were
thought you
taking
did.
your little.
It looked like you were
you're
nodding
taking a-
off there
take
while reading a
siesta.
book.
No, I was reading the book. I wasn't nodding off.
Okay.
Oh, Tom was out like a light. He was
Well,
snoring.
I'm going to show
Yeah,
some
he
video
was.
here. This is what Doug used to rub on the ribs that he prepared in our smoker. That's good old fashioned French's yellow mustard, and
On
then
two of them.
on two of them, and then you use Meat Church spices or rub. This is the Holy Gospel.
Yeah, I like his stuff a lot.
Yeah, that is a very good rub. So you put it on two of the racks. We did 3 racks of ribs. Two of them have that, and the other one has pork stank from the Solvang Spice Company.
Pork stank.
Pork stank. This is our Traeger smoker. We'll talk a little bit about that on a future episode.
Happy birthday to me.
Yeah. So Doug cooked the ribs there for 90 minutes, 45 minutes on each side. Just smoke them.
And he's using his asbestos gloves to turn the meat.
Yes.
Yeah, Ben kept saying he looked like Judge Doom from Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Yeah.
It's true, he did.
But it's at this point that we took butcher paper. It's called Meat Hugger.
It's like you crutch. You do this with your meat to keep the moisture in. I mean, look how delicious the suckers turned out to be.
Megan says, Doug, Matt wants to know what gloves you're wearing. They need details.
They're very thick and rubbery. They're used for barbecue.
So what you do is you crutch the ribs in this butcher paper.
They're like hazmat gloves.
Yeah, they really are. And Doug just wraps them up. He wrapped up all 3 racks the same way. You caught this technique? How?
Oh, it's all barbecue. Every
research.
barbecue uses it.
Yeah. So he wrapped all 3 that way, and then took them back out to the smoker. And how long did you put them out on the rack this time?
This one was
about an hour.
No, this one was probably about 30 minutes at 350.
And then you pull them in.
And then they sat for a half hour.
And then you let them rest because they're stressed out as it is. But there's no sauce on them. It's just a rub. Just the meat and the rub. And when he opens it up, they are completely done. And the bones practically fall out of the rack. They're very, very well done.
They were very delicious.
Yeah,
they were really good.
I mean, they're very expensive. I mean, look how pink the I use this Traeger had what's called super smoke. So, I mean, they had just enough of that smokiness.
Jim says, I've seen Alton Brown use welding gloves at the grill. Because
Technically,
now
yes.
that's Mad Hatter
Mad
salad that
Hatter.
Sherry made, and she also made the potato salad.
Venereal potato salad.
And then we had lots of fresh fruit, blueberries, mango, watermelon, and we had grapes. And that was all there on the table between us. And Sherry then made, what was this? A no-bake lemon cream cheese pie?
Yeah.
And this was pretty darn good. I enjoyed that one.
These type of ribs, Donna, yes, you have to remove the membrane, but these did not have it because they were a different type of rib. They were the loin.
And there's the pie that Sherry made and cut it out. And there's that slice. That was dessert. It took us, we waited about 2 hours to eat dessert.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We're talking about the puzzle because that's a conversation there, too.
Oh, yeah. You know what? Yeah, let's talk about the puzzle.
So after Christmas, we did, traipsed around and we went to a couple different stores, and there was a Marshall's by a Trader Joe's here in our town. I'm like, let's go in there and see what kind of leftover Christmas scraps were left over. And there was a little tiny 500 brand new puzzle of a Snoopy, because Snoopy's like our thing. And we're like, let's just throw this together while we're all here. Let's just have a little bit of fun.
Yeah.
Well, this is not your normal puzzle. This has never happened to us. We are puzzle people.
Never.
Mind you,
Never.
all 5 of us were working on this puzzle. So we finished it in the afternoon, and then we had our dessert. That's when Sherry cut the pie. But
you wouldn't think a 500 puzzle for 5 people would take so long, but it did.
It did. And that's because if you look at this, those are the leftover pieces from the puzzle. There were 91 spare parts to this puzzle. They were duplicate pieces.
They were exactly the same. So
and I was going crazy.
We were.
All of us were.
Because I'm like, well, the green is already taken care of, and there was no more, and there was all these extra. So 91 extra pieces. It's like when you're building an IKEA and you have a few other extra parts, but you used them all. But a puzzle has 91 extra pieces. So if you're really high on edibles or drunk, this would be an excellent puzzle. I mean, it would literally have some great fun. But yeah, so we're going to have a strongly worded letter to the Aquarius puzzle people because, dude, 91 extra pieces.
These pictures that I just showed here on our show, I will be posting those on our social media, most likely Blue Sky and Instagram. And I'm going to tag the Aquarius puzzle people and say, what gives?
Yeah. It was brand spanking new. And yes, it was $5 of great pleasure.
Look at what Richard said. He says that's hilarious and cruel. Mike.
Oh, yes, it was great. I mean, it was great.
Oh, goodness.
I mean, like, you're sitting here, you're like, is this supposed to be funny or supposed to be mean? I didn't know what it was.
Very well be what.
It was the best $5 we spent after Christmas. So,
but that could very well be why it wound up at Marshall's, and which is why you found it there for $5.
It was still hermetically sealed. It was still protected in its cellophane. It was still brand new. How the machine gave us 91 extra pieces.
I like what you just said, a picture-in-a-picture puzzle.
There was only one part, I think, where the pieces actually fit together of the extra pieces.
Yeah.
The rest of them,
they were just random.
They were just
random. It was random.
I thought there would be an extra. We got literally 2 puzzles in one.
Benji's sure that the extra pieces make a picture of the Great Pumpkin.
Oh, God, I wish. But when you talk about spending, we got more entertainment out of that puzzle than just throwing the puzzle together really quick for $5. Yeah. So we got a bang for our buck.
Yeah,
because, we did. You can't just sit there and laugh and go, oh, this. And we were matching them. You could have put them all over the puzzle, like, well, this one goes on top of this one goes over there. Yeah. Crazy. So that was the highlight. Never. I mean, it's not like, I felt like we're building IKEA furniture with all those extra parts.
Yeah.
Oh, we have a few extra screws here. I hope we got them all.
And just as a reminder, coming soon to us, we are going to start something like Patreon for patrons to become producers of PTV Live. Your name would be featured at the beginning and end of every episode of PTV Live, depending on which level that you choose for sponsorship. We'll have more details about that when we release it, but just a reminder, coffee.com is coming for PTV. And we'll give more details on that as we get closer to the release date of when we're going to start that.
Marshall's does sell irregular stuff, but we bought puzzles from the port. Sherry, you've done quite a few puzzles.
Oh yeah, from them.
From Marshall's, and they're just normal puzzles. We
They're
don't
just
know why.
yeah.
So
I see a Christmas clatter here with us.
Oh yes, the
and
rose such a clatter.
Diane, I was thinking the same thing. What if there was a puzzle that was missing those 91 pieces?
Oh, that would suck. It sucks to be them too.
That was probably at Marshall's too.
Yeah, we got someone else's puzzle.
Yeah,
it's a cruel and mean prank, but I loved it.
All right.
Yeah, it was interesting.
Yeah. All right. So there is one more taste test that Doug and I are going to do. Now, this one would not interest Ben
I had
at
some of
all.
these happen too. The Dollar Tree
Doritos
store.
is
the reason why Ben would not... Can you stop? Thank you. The reason why Ben would not like this is because it's tangy pickle.
Doritos is dumping a ton of different flavors for summertime. They're bringing back the hot honey mustard.
No, it's not honey. It's just hot mustard.
Oh, it's delicious. That was last year.
And was it Ben? It's called what? Tangy ketchup or sweet ketchup or what?
Fancy ketchup and hot mustard.
That's fancy ketchup.
Those are bringing back from last year. I think this is new, but Doritos is dumping chips. Now we don't really buy a lot, so we're gonna try. I love pickle. Ben, we didn't even give him these because we didn't even do it.
We usually don't keep chips in the house because if they do, they get eaten and eaten
I can't
fast.
eat just chips. Oh, these are great.
Oh
wow.
Now, Richard, yes, the hot mustard are goody good. We tried those.
We bought both of those bags.
We bought those last year and had them, and we're very happy to find them.
I felt very trashy.
They're back.
Buy chips.
This one I want to try another one.
These are amazing.
Ooh. And Pete and Phil just had pickle mini pretzel rods. Oh.
Ooh.
Those sound good. But yeah, I don't...
They're a little bit of dill. They're vinegary.
Mm-hmm.
They have enough dill pickle dust on them. They're great.
Yeah, definitely.
One more.
I would not hesitate in getting those again. If you find them in the store and you like pickle, give them a try.
Give them for a treat.
We recommend these. Definitely. Oh, wow.
Thank you, Frito-Lay. Those are good.
Ken says that the other puzzle in the store was only $1.
Probably.
Oh,
yeah,
so.
because it was missing 91 pieces. It should have been 91 cents.
Ben, I guess Paul's with you.
Thank you, Paul.
I love pickles.
We'll take
kindred spirits.
We will take another quick break here, but we'll be back with some more of PTV Live. We'll see you soon.
You're gonna make it after all. We admire wieners, Oscar Mayer wieners. They are so plump and tender too.
It's Oscar Mayer for me and you.
Wieners, Oscar Mayer wieners, the best you ever put in buns.
'Cause they're the juicy, all-meat ones.
Man, they taste just dandy, and they're oh so handy. They're fully cooked, just heat and eat.
and eat and eat.
Hey, if you've been wishing, say, for great nutrition, you get the protein you require.
From wieners made by Oscar Mayer.
All right.
Yes, that was thoroughly Ravenscroft.
Yes. There's a reason why we chose that commercial for this particular break, just to show before we had our next segment. And that's because we also cooked hot dogs for Memorial Day. And that was today at lunch. So I put together a quick video of it.
Yeah, this was our Memorial Day lunch or picnic.
Yeah.
So we didn't want a squirty, juicy hot dog that you would normally eat. So we did something different. I saw a technique.
Well, let's talk about technique with the video show. So let's get started with that.
That's what you have. Which one was it?
Looking at some of the dishes there, and it was the instant pot that had all the chili in it. The chicken chili.
Chicken enchilada chili. Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah, that sounds
It's
delicious.
just literally made with canned goods. It's really fast.
Okay, now Janie's asking, were the hot dogs that we made Oscar Mayer?
No, we're Costco people. I love Costco dogs.
Yeah.
So we just use the exact same thing as Costco, but it's like lifetime supply.
Yeah.
So we ended up dividing the big packet.
Yeah,
so we don't. We hermetically sealed it and vacuumed it.
Costco, of course, sells large packages of everything. In this case, there were 14 hot dogs in one pack.
Yeah.
We can't eat 14-pack hot dogs at one sitting, so we took them and separated them. We took 2 out, cooked those, and then left 12 and made them in 4 packs and re-shrunk wrapped them and vacuum sealed them. So in the case we want to have a hot dog or do it, we can do it because they're just great dogs. Yeah. So
great wieners.
We started with a technique.
Okay. So there was a technique on the socials that I thought was really great. They used a vegetable peeler or maybe some kind of weird peeler. Well, our peeler, which is very good, it's an OXO, did not like these hot dogs. So they must have done something different. And you shave them super thin. But you're peeling your wiener.
You can see that this wiener is actually getting shredded.
Shredded. We're peeling the wiener. And it's just, I'm mutilating it. And I'm like, this is just not working. So I'm like, okay, so I had enough. So what I did is I just very thinly sliced it. It just shows that I really need to get my knife sharpened. But I got them really thin. And I know Madeline would work on this. So, and these are really good hot dogs. So,
yeah.
So what you do is you either put them, pan fry them. What we did is we put them in the air fryer. So you have,
oh my gosh, it looks like a kiln.
Shaved hot dogs, a shaved wiener, all kinds of just like fluffed up. And then we air fried them. And then they started getting crispy, kind of crispy.
So we took them out.
Like fried bologna.
Kind of.
In a way, I call this, to be honest with you, I call this poor man's pastrami. It's actually like really good. So you just kind of, whatever air fryer you have, we have multiple air fryers, right?
Yeah.
You could pan fry these.
Yeah, you could. But Doug went ahead and just kind of like stirred them up, kind of like put them back into the air fryer
for a couple more minutes, however you use your air fryer, because I can't tell you.
Because Benji's right, air fryers are ovens of the gods.
Oh, they are.
We've been using this more than our regular oven.
That thing is a godsend. I love that sucker.
So it went off again, and he took it out again, and you can see it crisped up even more.
I got a crispy wiener and the remnants of it, and I had to swab it because, I don't need those extra calories.
Yeah.
So I was drying off my wiener, and then we made a sandwich.
Yeah.
They're wieners. I don't know why everybody has to find this so funny. It's so childish.
So now
Oh.
we went ahead and did this. We took our sourdough bread, and Doug wanted something like a Reuben.
I wanted like a Reuben.
I wanted the traditional taste of hot dog, and I put on some mustard, some ketchup, and then, but I also wanted a little cheese on this. You know, sometimes I like cheese on my hot dog, and in this case, it was a slice of provolone that I put on, and then I took some of the shreds of the dog, put it on my sandwich. Then I took a slice of provolone, put that on top.
I'm so glad it's done on purpose.
The boy's losing every loving bite with you repeating the word wiener.
Yes. So my it was
So-
like poor man's pastrami, and
So-
That's
it was
my
just
boy.
so
So you can see Doug using his Thousand Island dressing back there. Me, I used provolone. I melted it in the microwave,
We got pickled wieners, pickles on the wieners, and it was great.
and then pickles.
Pickles, you gotta have pickles
Yeah.
or relish.
So I put it on and
And-
treated it as.
And we both took a bite and we laughed and we're like, this shouldn't be so good.
Poor Strami.
And poor Strami, thank you, Benji. I have to I'll give you 5 gold stars for that.
But that's my.
It was delicious.
And it was delicious. I could not
It was
believe how good it was.
really good. So that was our
lunch.
When you have a hot dog, sometimes you just want to bite into the wiener and have that juiciness of the succulence of a hot dog. But this way I wanted poor Strami.
Poor Strami.
So
when I was little, and I don't know if you guys remembered this or not, but our brother Ron always loved having a fried bologna sandwich.
Ken is saying if you like that, you'd like his smoked bologna.
Oh, I would definitely would. He showed me pictures. That would be
Because
definitely it.
yeah, Mom would take a slice of bologna and she would put 4 slits into it and then fry it so it wouldn't curl up. And he'd put that on bread and he was a happy camper.
So that just reminded me of that.
You know what? I'm
In
liking
fact-
this idea.
In
Let's-
fact, when
101 things to do with wieners.
Oh no, there's another one where you take you could do a can of Spam or you can take wieners, you grate them like cheese and you pan fry them so you have a little crispy bits. I'm going to do that one next and have it with our hoo hash.
Okay.
Every Sunday
Okay.
we have
yes,
hoo hash.
Christy.
I have to.
Yes,
explain
Christy,
who
there is another one of us.
Yeah, there is.
I'm the oldest. Ron is 2 years younger than me, and then Arnie and Ben are 8 years younger than me.
Yeah.
I'm the middle
so-
child of some two.
And this because
so-
I have to explain the Dougism here. Who hash? Every Sunday morning, Doug and I make brunch. It's usually it's like
Eggs.
scrambled eggs, and we throw everything into it. And just as a nod to how the Grinch stole Christmas, Doug refers to his morning concoction on Sundays as who hash.
It could be pulled pork, it could be whatever, and we put some spinach in it and scrambled eggs. And then I get the Trader Joe's hash browns and get them super crispy. And that's what our breakfast is every Sunday. I've been doing that for years. So yep.
But-
Saturday's oatmeal. Monday, well, this Monday wasn't doing it. Monday was Big Bran. Tuesday's Wheat Chex. Wednesday is Grape Nuts morning. Thursday is Crispix. And Friday is my Kashi Wheat Chex.
No, you're
How old are you?
I am 51 and proud of it. But I have
You
all
sound
my
like you're
cereal-
84.
I have all my cereal planned out, so every morning I know what I'm doing, and I have my 5 ounces of coffee.
They see Ken is actually telling us that we should have put meat church rub on the hot dogs before cooking it.
I could probably. Which one? I almost have all of them.
Yeah, the meat church rub that we used for the ribs.
I could probably have done that. I could probably make it smoky.
Yeah.
Ooh, smoky, crispy wiener bits. I'm gonna have to
Christy,
try that.
that's a Dougism. Roast
We
beast. He always calls
Roast
it roast
beast.
beast.
Yes.
So does my husband. So does Tom. He
Yeah.
always calls
Roast
it roast
beast.
beef.
Roast a beast.
I like it. We should have it with a Geritol
Drives me
chaser.
crazy.
Ugh.
Actually,
Roast of beast.
or either that or a Lipitor chaser.
Oh, I don't have that
Oh
problem.
my goodness.
My heart's clean as a whistle.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
All right. Ben, what is happening on Life with Ben this week?
I continue my saga on trying every single type of chicken I can find in restaurants. And this week, you'll see what I think of the new flavor at Wingstop.
Oh, that's right.
this
Wingstop
coming
has a new
Thursday morning.
flavor. They
Yes.
have a new
Oh, I thought you were
flavor.
headed for Wendy's.
Yeah,
I
he didn't
was.
go
We'll
to
tell you
Choco
about that
Pizza
later.
today. Yeah, because that didn't work.
I know I missed part of the conversation because Megan is referencing D&G Explorers about Marmite makes me super sad.
Oh yeah, one of the DNGs, Derek he's very British. So Marmite?
Marmite.
Marmite.
I thought it was Maramite.
No, Marmite.
It's a yeasty paste. It's definitely an acquired taste.
Yeah. Wow, that's very interesting. Happy Memorial Day. And I went to Cinemark to see the live action of Disney's Lilo and Stitch that made a lot of money this week. We did not see it,
No,
but I've heard good things about it. So
I
Ben,
like 2000.
Live with Ben is this Thursday. It drops 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, that's all we have for tonight.
We'll let you guys get back to your barbecue.
Now, mind you, in the moment of your you're going to see some of what we did in the last week. You're going to see what something, Ben? What's that?
Yeah, Christy made. She says, I'm doing well with losing weight despite trying all those yummy foods. Again, I have to emphasize, you can eat anything you want as long as you count your calories, introduce a cardio exercise into it, you'll more than likely be able to lose weight. Calorie deficit planning is one of those things that is talked about a lot in nutrition. So that's what I've been doing, and officially today I did another weigh-in, and I'm down 22 pounds.
John, even 10 pizzas sounds like 10 calories.
Well, yeah, it's not what you eat. Well, I take that back. Yes, it's what you eat.
It is what
It's
you eat,
how
but
much
it's
what
also
you-
it's how much you eat. The thing is that you can treat yourself and still get results.
Oh yeah, you don't want to not pleasure yourself because then you're gonna fail.
Everyone, I also want to. I'm going to bring up his name there again. Everyone, say hi to John. John is a coworker of mine.
Hi, John.
Anytime I go to his office or he comes to my desk, I'm laughing for at least 5-10 minutes. At least. We always have a good time. So
Okay.
It's always a fun time with John, joking about anything and everything. So it's lots of fun. Everyone, thank you so much for joining us tonight for this episode.
Is he the one with the thinking thing?
What?
He's the one with the thinking shirt.
No.
Oh,
that's
okay.
not John.
There's too many
Always
people
fun
in
to
his
drop by
office.
and eat Arnie's snacks and enjoy the podcast. Yeah, thanks, John. Appreciate it. We'll be back next Monday night with another episode of PTV Live.
We'll be in June, people.
It will be June. It will be the first Monday of June.
It's crazy.
Oh, I know. I can't believe that.
It is crazy. It's
June 2nd.
I know. Already.
Well, my grandson finishes his first year of middle school, and his sister finishes TK
this week.
This
week? Really?
Thursday is their last day.
Wow.
Yeah.
A lot of people met. It was this past Friday, so it's just crazy times. Things flying by fast.
We are just about, we are halfway to Thanksgiving today.
So we were already halfway to Thanksgiving. We were already halfway to Christmas a long time ago.
I'd like, that's right. Gene mentioned
yes,
a couple
we
things.
still have some more jam.
He ordered mango pineapple jam, and he is it's being shipped this week.
Tomorrow. We're forcing ourselves to go out tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
So yeah,
we just needed boxes because of our Amazon drama.
yeah,
So we are going to get those out.
exactly. And he also mentioned that Disneyland is celebrating their 70th anniversary. They're also selling tickets at Costco. You'll see that also in the moment of Groovy. So
They're
yeah,
still expensive.
we went to Costco.
We went to the Costco to get the dogs.
Yeah, to get the hot dogs and other things. Anyway, everyone, thank you so much for joining us tonight. We hope you've had a wonderful Memorial Day. Everyone,
Watch what we did.
yeah, check it out.
For fun. Time is flying, yes.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. I'm Arnie.
I'm Doug.
I'm Ben.
I'm Sherry.
You've been watching PTV Live here on Pepper Tree Villa. Have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow, as my shirt says. And it's now time for your moment of groovy. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.